Hello everyone, welcome to November's Intel Monthly MVP video. The Intel Monthly MVP is a partnership between NSC and Intel where students can nominate outstanding members of their community. Today I'm joined by Adrian, aka Thricekill. I didn't actually ask you, is that the correct way to
It
pronounce
is,
it?
yeah, thrice
Awesome,
kill, yeah.
awesome. This month's MVP. So anyway, Adrian, tell me a little bit about yourself.
So my name's Adrian. I study computer science at Cardiff University. I'm currently the Cardiff Crusaders media manager. So it's my job to deal with all the social media stuff, all the streams, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I've been following esports now for a number of years. I started off by watching CS:GO esports actually, but at the moment my main game is probably League of Legends, much to the disappointment of everyone.
Nice, nice. Yeah, no, that was actually one of the first questions I was going to ask about, like, how did you actually get into esports? And what one of the things like attached to that is like, what was the actual first game you played, like ever?
Uh, oh, ever, blimey. I remember I used to play on my older brother's Xbox 360 quite a lot.
Yeah.
So it was the original Star Wars Battlefronts.
Yes, yes.
That I think one of them was an Xbox game that ran on the 360.
Hmm.
So I used to play quite a lot of that. And then, oh, what was it? It was my 14th birthday or the Christmas before my 14th birthday, something like that. I got a laptop, so I started to play CS:GO. And yeah, that was sort of my first proper esports
Yeah.
title, I guess. But yeah, in terms of like watching it and stuff like that, and sort of getting involved in esports stuff, um, I can't remember what it was. It was a oh no, it was I remember that it was a YouTube video where the French CS:GO player MBK he
Yeah, yeah.
featured in one of the videos. So I was like, oh, I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I watched. I can't remember what tournament it was. It was years ago now, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's how I started watching. I started watching CS.
Awesome.
Um, so yeah,
Cool.
it just took off from there.
So tell us, I know you said a bit about being like media manager at Cardiff. Would you be able to tell me a little bit like about that role, like as part of Cardiff Esports?
Yeah, so it's at the moment it's quite an all-encompassing role.
Hmm.
So everything from uh, tweeting out NSE results to streaming NSE games when I get the chance and stuff like that. All the way down to like making posters for our socials, right? Just to let our members know of what we're doing and yeah, sort of everything in between. We're trying to do we're trying to just be more active on social media and sort of make our digital presence a bit more known. So we've started a YouTube series.
Hmm.
I've missed a couple of weeks because uni work's caught up with
Yeah.
me, but it was supposed to be sort of like a weekly roundup type thing. And yeah, so it's my job to sort of handle all of that, coordinate all of that, and yeah, just try and make sort of Cardiff's digital presence known a bit better.
Awesome. What like made you join initially, like the society?
Um, so initially last year I went to we have like a societies fair.
Hmm.
So you go around and loads of societies have set up stalls and stuff like that. And I sort of thought I was sort of walking around, not really knowing what I wanted to do, what I wanted to join. And I saw esports. I was like, oh, okay, that'll be a bit different. You know, it'll give me sort of a competitive aspect to a game that I'm used to sort of just playing with friends.
Yeah.
Because I think the NSC experience is definitely sort of different to just even like being in a five stack with your
Yeah, yeah,
friends. You're
definitely.
in a five stack with the same people, but it's now a coordinated tournament and stuff like that. So I did a bit of research into it, and I thought, you know what why not? Yeah, I think it'll be fun to try. So yeah, last year I played in NSC League of Legends, and I really enjoyed that. So this year I went for the media manager, got it. So yeah, still involved this
Awesome.
year.
Awesome. So you were nominated for all your streams and your like general like media presence and sort of I guess reigniting Cardiff, I guess a bit in terms of like socials wise, and like even apparently going as far as maybe streaming around 4 games, 4 different days a week, for different university esports games. Where does that motivation come from?
It was it was a case of we saw like other unis doing sort of like having esports as part of their brand, right? So you couldn't mention university esports without mentioning certain other unis, and it was a
Yeah.
case of, well, why can't Cardiff be up there, right? Like, we don't necessarily have the best players. Don't get me wrong, they're really good players, but we don't have, we're not, we don't quite have the number of players and the quality of players that other universities do. So it was sort of a case of, well, what else can we do, instead of that? And my first thought was, well, why don't we promote the media presence and sort of get our name out there, because then that will attract more players and better players. So yeah, it was
Definitely.
sort of, it was that, and it I don't know, content creation always seems quite fun to me. It's something that's constantly changing, and it's quite fast paced and dynamic, which is something that I really like. So yeah, it's something that I enjoy, and that I I hope in 10, 20 years time, a lot of the Cardiff stuff will still be on the internet somewhere. So you can look back at it with hopefully friends I make through
Yeah,
uni
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that, and we can sit there and yeah, it'll be a little bit cringe, but
Yeah,
it'll also
yeah.
be nice and sort of a lot of good memories,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of
So
course.
yeah, it was sort of that making stuff last and getting the name out there and sort of bigging up Cardiff University, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you actually enjoy about esports? Like as a whole?
So yeah, I mean, like there's certain aspects that I like. So where I said my first sort of esports title was CS. I love the fact that in CS every like 2-3 minutes something is happening, right? You're getting these constant highs, these constant lows.
Yeah,
You know, 1v4 retakes, 2v2, flicks, whatever it is,
yeah.
right? It's like this constant sort of energy train that's going on, compared to say your more traditional sports where you've got a 90-minute game and there's 3-4 highlights.
Yeah.
Esports just has that extra energy to it as a spectator. As sort of a competitor side of things, you've got the how quickly the meta shifts and stuff like that, how quickly people innovate, and I find that really interesting when you look at how technical people can be, and looking at stuff like League of Legends, where you look at thoughts around drafts and itemization, and how sort of to the nth degree people try and min max this game, and
Yeah.
it's really interesting to see. And then you would look at other titles like Valorant with its retakes and its setups, and how people have got pixel perfect lineups and stuff like that. I find that side of stuff really really interesting, and I think it's also extremely accessible. As long as you've got a semi decent PC. I mean, most esports titles nowadays are made,
Quite optimized, yeah.
yeah, really, really, really
Yeah.
well optimized. So anyone can sort of try their hand at it, and it's just playing or watching. It's just a lot of fun, really. It's just a lot of energy, a lot of tense moments, a lot of highs and lows. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Little bit different, but sort of the same. What about student esports do you actually like in comparison to like standard esports?
So I think a lot of people um, come to uni expecting like to do a lot of work, but also wanting to try a bit of the social life. Um, and I know myself included, being a sort of gamer, as it were, that social aspect can be a bit daunting. And I think student esports is just a way for sort of people to get to know each other, and it's a nice setting as well. And like with the tournaments that we have available, I mean, they're all run absolutely amazingly. It's like when you consider the amount of setup and planning, it was, yeah, the amount of Valorant teams this year is just
Yeah.
immense. And but every was Valorant like, what is it, Monday or something? Every Monday there's 2 games that people can play, and it's just it's a really, and it means something as well. You log onto the website, it feels significant. You log onto the website, the standings get released. There's a captain's meeting. I know it is like a proper thing, but it feels really proper, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
watch the streams, and there's rule books, and all this on like the big stages, world stages, and then you're partaking in the exact same feeling, right?
Yeah.
And it's something completely different to like ranked queues or ladders or anything like that. It's yeah, it forces you, not forces you, but it encourages you
Mm.
to socialize in your uni, right? So I've made friends through esports that I'm probably going to keep for life now. So yeah, it's uni esports has been a really, really good experience. And any A-level students out there, I would encourage you to find your prospective uni's esports society or gaming society and see what they have to offer, because a lot of the time it goes beyond esports as well, right? They do like gaming nights and stuff like that, and even NSE hosts all their community stuff. So yeah, I think it's a pretty sweet gig, to be fair. It's a really well thought out system, really well run. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks. Um, so I guess a little bit more looking to the future now. So what future goals do you have? Like, what are you looking to do after university, if you've thought that far ahead yet?
Uh, I have a bit. I would love for sort of esports to take off for me and
Hmm.
and to be able to offer some kind of career path going forward. But at the same time, I know that it's a very competitive industry. Um, but it's so dynamic and so fun. Why wouldn't you give it a go? Beyond that, I've still got my computer science degree in my
Mm.
back pocket, so I'm still working hard at that when I
Yeah.
can. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Hmm.
I've still got a couple of years to think about it because I'm doing a 4-year course,
Yep.
so only in my second year now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna sort of see where it takes me and see what opportunities come up.
Awesome. Um, I guess part of those opportunities are quite relevant. We've got our Intel Future Gen applications closing on Monday. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, so I did panic for a second because I do intend to apply. I just
Yeah.
haven't got around to it
All
yet.
good. All good.
When the announcement was made, it was late October. So I got a month. I got months to
Yeah.
do it. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Okay, Monday. That's fine. I got
Monday.
2 days.
Yeah. You got
Put
the
put
weekend. It's
together.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I've
But
got
yeah.
no other plans.
But that's pretty much everything. Thanks for your time today, Adrian. Congrats on being our monthly MVP. Any last shout outs to anyone?
No, just thank you to everyone at Cardiff that nominated me. I really appreciate everyone, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for watching.